Well, here we are. PK here. I wore my coat again and a shirt, even though it's midday Florida in the afternoon, but I thought I'd do something very quickly. I'm going to take my glass off as usual because I can't see because I'm 62. I'm an old goat, let's face it. But listen, the name of the show is PK again with the out of the box, and what I want to talk about, this is for all you who have my background, which is commodities futures trading. I started in 82. I got over 30, I've been a professional trader for over 35 years. I had dreamed to be one of these hedge fund traders, but it didn't happen for me. To be an investment advisor and make this 2 and 20. In fact, they didn't even call them a hedge fund. They were commodity trading advisors back in my day. Licensed. I got into the brokerage business, had my own brokerage company, got the wrong direction. So anyway, I wanted to give just to the name of the show is what is the best gamble in commodities trading? If you want to take a shot to try to make some money, there's only 3 areas to do it. It's a gamble, it's luck, and the reason I'm telling you this is, one, I always wish someone would tell me, I say this over and over again, nobody ever helped me. My parents told me nothing, and I come from a successful family. I'm from LA, Beverly Hills, Bel Air, the best places, had all the breaks you can imagine. And of course, it kills me to read about all these people. They're all these people I grew up with, I admire, they're all billionaires now. Okay, so I have talent in trading. I can make money to support me and my wife. I'm grateful. I have the lifestyle now. Since the internet came to be, I've lived all over the world. I actually lived 12 years in Europe, just moved here 5 years ago, lived in Maui for 6 years. So I'm really speaking from experience. In fact, I even started, worked in gold and silver. I started, then shifted over. I watched the guy go broke in 82. Then I got my first job over at Bear Stearns in the commodity department. So I don't want to say I've seen it all, but I've seen a lot. And I want to give you these 3 things just for you traders. This is not about day trading. This is really about taking a calculated gamble. And what those 3 best trades, and the second reason I'm telling you is because this is my first big trade I made at 23 years old. And I will tell you that. Actually, I'll tell it to you now. I caught the orange juice freeze in Florida it was around Christmas, December, so 1983, for all you can go back and take a look. I had noticed when I started that, you get these weather markets and you can't screw it up. You just got to be in. It goes limit up day after day after day, but you got to be in. There's no trading, no moving your stop, none of that stuff. You just have to be in and catch some luck. And and this really put me up. And I'm 23 years old, and so this was my first real big winning trade. It put me out of making, I had success as a trader, actually using this money to support my losing brokerage business, trying to get clients in those days. I made, went limit up, I think 4 or 5 days in a row. The bottom line, I made $75,000 in 5 days, and this is 1983 money. And with no sweating, no trading, open limit up, and they keep raising the limit, and this in commodities, and the juice. I caught it. It's a great story. I could probably do a video. I think I did a video about it. My best and worst trades in my career. You can go back and take a look. But what I want to tell you is, this is one of those best gambles in commodity trading. If you're willing to take so the first thing is in the orange juice market. It's small. When does it happen? December. Usually these are all seasonal plays where you're hoping for a disaster in the weather. Number 1, the orange juice. December, January. Number 2 is in the soybeans. You can get a drought, I think in the drought season. I think it's in the summer. I made a couple, back then the soybeans were $8, $9, $10. I grew up with that. I remember I met some guy, my first job, he had beans in the teens. We're there now, 15, 16, rocketing going up as a trade. But I'm talking about, the grains, the soybeans going up $1, $1.50 quickly. Some weather, limit up. This is what you're looking for. And of course, you got to be in before. And so you want to look for that too. You got, take a look, go back in history, take a look at the last 50 years. I think maybe in the last, there's only been a few. So, and I know there are weather services, you can pay for this information. But if you want to take a small amount of money and try to hit it, in the classic commodity trading, without trading, just first we got the orange juice, second we got the soybeans, which is the biggest grain, in the drought, and the third thing, which hasn't happened maybe a couple times, didn't happen to me, I wasn't in it. You can do the coffee. The July, it happens in our summer in Brazil. It's like the juice, they get a freeze. And coffee could go crazy. It could go up $1, $1.50. Well, $1 in coffee is close to over $37,000. And now they have these futures options. We know that you can't trade them, but you can certainly buy one with a month to go and say, hey, I don't know what they cost. The volatility is so low, and you buy it a month before, and maybe try it and do it. You can do it 5 years. You're going to lose a lot. But when you hit it, you really can make a lot of money quickly versus going along the futures contract and all three. I'm not sure, because I don't do these things anymore. Ever since I got back into the game in 2007 with doing the short term, I was always a long-term trader. We didn't call in the broker. I traded on the fly. I mean, I've got such a range of experience, but I actually think the trading was easier before this because we were forced to keep it, because you had to pick up the phone and call your broker, and you couldn't move your stop. It was so much harder, and of course commissions were much higher, and now it's basically free to trade. So anyway, these are the three things to conclude what are the best gambles if you want. Remember, it's not trading, it's not investing. These are real gambles because you're gambling on the weather. It can happen. I caught one. I didn't trade every year. I might have been in the juice. Made it on the downside too. You can reverse it, but it's another trade. It doesn't happen so quickly. It's like anything else. So I had to tell you this because maybe it's because when I first worked at Bear Stearns, and I wanted to go short the juice. My boss, I was his assistant. Remember, this is writing in a chart book every week and drawing lines and all that stuff. I noticed that the juice, if you missed the freeze, you could go short in February. And in January, February, I think there's been one freeze in history in February in Florida. Wouldn't let me do it. So I said, next day, and he said, the price comes all the way back down in the summer. And how did I deal with the juice? It's in my other video. I'll tell you real quickly, because it's 9 minutes, and I'm rambling again, but you might find it interesting. I noticed that in the summer, the price was down. It's near the lows. It went down close to $1, $1.20. I got in at $1 in the summer. No, I'm going to hold it till hoping for December, January. I think I bought the January, even the March future. There's no volume, but who cares? You're just going to keep it. No one trades this way. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's some opportunity there. You're not trying to trade it. And I found out that even without a freeze, if you went long the juice, it probably applies to coffee too. The soybeans, I don't have the knowledge to give you such a strong tip there. It's something you can find out on your own. But same thing, if you get in months before the season, because everybody knows, every pro who follows these true commodities knows these seasonal plays. So you got to get in months in advance. And, who holds commodity futures months? Nobody I ever met but myself. I just thought this is the way. because I thought if you get a little lucky, well, I noticed with the juice, maybe in the coffee too, if you buy 3 months, 4 months in advance, just the anticipation coming into the winter season, you can make some profit. So what happened was I bought the juice at $1, and by December, it was $1.20. So, and then, in 5 days later, it went up 50 cents. Caught the freeze. That's what hooked me into being a commodity trader. Of course, we shifted over to the financials, and now we know online I'm not a day trader. My time frame went from holding a minimum 2 weeks. I held trades from 2 weeks to 5 months. Now 1 to 4 days, including quite a few trades that ended in a day. So anyway, I've gone long enough, 11 minutes. This is PK with another episode of Out of the Box. What is the best way if you want to take a gamble in the commodity markets? I just told you. Wish everyone a great weekend. Ciao, everybody.